How's it going, guys? I'm Dr. P. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So yesterday, Fortnite Ballistic got a major update. A brand new weapon, the drum gun, has been included. You can buy it for 3,500 credits. The huge magazine makes it a weapon in this game mode unlike any other, and it's totally changed the game. There's several other notable pieces to the puzzle that they included in this update, weapon changes, bug fixes, that sort of stuff. So let's jump into it now. If you like this video, be sure to drop a like, and if you're interested in more Fortnite content, be sure to subscribe. Starting out with some bug fixes, some major bugs have been fixed. First of all, the trip mine glitch that was making the game borderline unplayable, where you could just throw down trip mines in the spawn, blow them up right as the round was switching and kill the other team. That was horrible, but that's fixed. You can also no longer use flex gadgets in your spawn before the buy phase is over, and you also can't intentionally drop your flex gadgets for teammates in the buy phase either. This just created a lot of problems, and I'm surprised that was even allowed to happen in the first place. Now, I don't really know if I would call this one a glitch, but this spot on the light pole that I've talked about for several videos now has been patched. I know there were a couple other spots with impulse grenades that you could jump to across the map that were similar to this, so I'm guessing those got fixed too, but if not, let me know in the comments. A nice little touch is in the pre-game loading screen, you can now see how many other players are currently in the game and how many more you're waiting for. Now, that's a small little change, but honestly, it is nice to know when you're sitting there waiting how close you are to the match starting. The weapon balance changes come in the form of the hammer pump shotgun, the frenzy auto shotgun, and the Reaper sniper rifle, all of which, in my opinion, ultimately got buffed. Let me explain. For the two shotguns, they both received damage buffs at point blank and mid-range distances. They did both have their long-range damage decreased, but honestly, I mean, they're shotguns. They're supposed to be used at close range, and that's where they got buffed. My guess is Epic looked at the shotguns and saw that was an area that was being overlooked in large part, and that makes sense because I haven't really used the shotguns that much at all. But now you're really gonna think about it. If you're in that 1,500 to 2,000 credit range looking for a weapon, you definitely got to consider the shotguns now because they are a lot better. The Reaper sniper rifle had its magazine size increased from 3 to 5. 3 was ridiculous, 5 feels just about right. It also got its first shot accuracy recovery time reduced. They also made the Frenzy Auto and the Reaper sniper rifle cheaper in the shop and increased the Hyper SMG price by quite a bit. The main addition of the update though was the drum gun, and let me tell you, the drum gun is something else in this game mode. I have a feeling it's going to get nerfed in the not too distant future. Using this is going to give you the ability to play really confidently and really aggressively. Really go after it and push it more than you would normally when you're using this weapon because it's very forgiving. You could miss a lot of shots and not have to reload. If the other person does not have the drum gun also, you can pretty much figure out when they're going to reload and then just keep going after them because guess what? You don't have to. The fire rate is also just unbelievable compared to these other weapons that we have, and the fact that you can keep firing with that fire rate with that large magazine, again, makes it just so forgiving. The major downside, of course, is the recoil. So if you study the recoil pattern, you can kind of control it a little bit. Ultimately, you're still going to want to have shorter bursts and not just hold down the trigger, especially at longer ranges. And I've actually found the drum gun to be pretty dang good at melting people from mid-range distances. From long range, you can still do it, but you've got to really start tapping the trigger versus holding it down at all. The major thing though, just like say with a shotgun, you've got to kind of treat it the same way. You've got to know your surroundings and play your way into the best situation, and that means playing to your strength of your weapon, which is close range to mid-range action. If you do that, especially in the lower ranks or say a public match, you're going to absolutely dominate. Ultimately, the drum gun is a great weapon, and it's going to hold me over for a little bit and give a nice injection of refreshment to this game mode. But ultimately, I think we need a new map, and good news is a new map is on the way. They have confirmed that they are going to be releasing new maps, so it's not like that's never going to happen, but given that we're, like 2 months basically into this game mode, I thought we would have had another one by now. It is worth noting that this game mode is in early access, just kind of like Fortnite was at the very beginning. So in early access, you're going to be kind of limited in their intent, just like the other game modes they've released, Rocket Racing, Fortnite Festival, Lego Fortnite, etc., etc. They intend to build this up over time and keep adding to it. So while the updates and the new content might be kind of slow right now, I have high hopes that come a year or even 6 months from now, maybe, we'll be in a totally different scenario scenario and totally different looking game. There are still a lot of issues with Ballistic, and I would love to hear your thoughts on how we could fix the game. In my opinion, we got to figure out some better way of figuring out people backing out in ranked especially, because that's no fun. It really isn't, and I think they do give a penalty for backing out, but I'm pretty sure that ban is only for Ballistic, so you could pretty much just go play any of the other game modes and wait until that timer runs down. I'm really optimistic and have high hopes though for this game mode. If you could do me a favor though, drop a like, use code Dr. P, that would be much appreciated. Comment the word banana if you made it to the end, and we'll see you in the next one.